Stop everything you're doing right now, because I'm about to reveal the exact system that transformed a student who couldn't focus for 5 minutes into someone who studies 8 hours straight without breaking a sweat. And by the end of this video, you'll have the blueprint to do the same thing. This is a scientifically backed method that's already helped thousands of students. Let me tell you about Marcus, a 16-year-old student who was convinced he had ADHD because he couldn't concentrate on anything for more than 10 minutes. His grades were suffering, his parents were frustrated, and he was starting to believe he was just naturally bad at learning. But then he discovered the 5-step system I'm about to share with you, and within just 2 weeks, he went from failing 3 subjects to becoming the top student in his class, studying for hours without feeling tired or distracted, and actually enjoying the learning process for the first time in his life. The transformation was so dramatic that his teachers thought he was cheating, but the truth was even more powerful. He had simply learned how to work with his brain instead of against it. Here's the first game-changing secret that will immediately transform your study sessions. You must create what I call your focus fortress, an impenetrable sanctuary where distractions simply cannot survive. Your smartphone, that innocent-looking device sitting next to you right now, is actually a focus-destroying weapon of mass distraction that's been engineered by teams of neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists to hijack your attention and keep you scrolling endlessly. Every notification, every buzz, every colorful icon has been carefully designed to trigger a dopamine response in your brain that's more addictive than gambling. And as long as it's anywhere near your study space, you're fighting a battle you cannot win. The solution is ruthlessly simple, but it requires warrior-level commitment. Your phone must leave the room entirely, not just turned face down or put on silent, but physically removed from your environment like kryptonite, being taken away from Superman. Install digital bodyguards like Forest, which gamifies your focus by growing virtual trees that die if you check your phone, or use Cold Turkey and Freedom, which act like digital bouncers that block every website and app designed to steal your precious attention. Create a sacred study space and declare it a no-phone zone, then guard it like your life depends on it, because in many ways, your future success actually does. The second breakthrough that separates focus masters from everyone else's understanding and implementing the scientifically proven 52-17 rhythm that aligns perfectly with your brain's natural energy cycles. Your brain isn't designed to focus intensely for hours and hours without breaks, just like your body isn't designed to sprint a marathon without stopping for water and rest. Most students make the devastating mistake of trying to power through 3 or 4 hour study marathons, which is like trying to drive a Ferrari at maximum speed without ever stopping for fuel. And then they wonder why they feel mentally exhausted, completely drained, and unable to retain anything they've studied. The 52-17 method is beautifully elegant in its simplicity. Focus with complete, laser-like intensity for exactly 52 minutes, treating this time like you're a world-class detective, solving the most important case of your career. Then reward yourself with exactly 17 minutes of complete mental freedom, where you can dance, stretch, grab a healthy snack, or just breathe deeply and let your mind wander. These aren't random numbers pulled from thin air. They're based on extensive research into ultradian rhythms, the natural 90-minute cycles that govern everything from your sleep patterns to your hormone production. And when you sync your study schedule with these biological rhythms, focusing becomes effortless instead of exhausting. The third revolutionary principle is what I call the one-target rule, and it's the difference between being a scattered amateur and a precision-focused professional. In our hyper-connected world, we've been conditioned to believe that multitasking makes us more productive. But neuroscience research has definitively proven that multitasking is actually impossible for the human brain. What we call multitasking is really rapid task switching, and every time your attention jumps from one thing to another, your brain has to burn precious energy just to refocus. Like a car that has to come to a complete stop and restart at every intersection. When you commit to studying one subject, with one book or screen open, focused on one specific objective, something magical happens in your brain. All of your neural resources converge on that single target like sunlight being focused through a magnifying glass, creating an intensity of concentration that can burn through the most challenging material. Close every extra tab, put away every unrelated book, and pretend that the topic you're studying is the only thing that exists in the entire universe right now. This level of singular focus might feel strange at first, because we've become addicted to constant stimulation, but once you experience the power of complete concentration, you'll never want to go back to scattered, ineffective studying. The fourth critical element that most students completely ignore is treating your brain like the high-performance biological machine that it truly is, which means providing it with the premium fuel it needs to operate at maximum capacity. Your brain weighs only about 3 pounds, but consumes roughly 20% of your body's total energy, which means that proper nutrition and hydration aren't just nice to have extras. They're absolutely essential for peak cognitive performance. Water is your brain's most important ally, because even mild dehydration, as little as 2%, can significantly impair your ability to concentrate, process information, and form new memories. Keep a large water bottle within arm's reach, and take regular sips throughout your study session, thinking of it as premium fuel for your mental engine. When it comes to brain-boosting snacks, choose foods that provide steady energy without the devastating crash. Nuts packed with healthy fats and protein, dark chocolate that actually enhances cognitive function and mood, blueberries that researchers call brain berries because of their memory-boosting properties, and bananas that provide natural sugars along with potassium for optimal brain function. Avoid the brain-killing foods that sabotage your focus. Processed snacks loaded with refined sugar that cause your blood glucose to spike and crash like a roller coaster. Heavy meals that redirect blood flow away from your brain toward your digestive system, and excessive caffeine that turns your nervous system into a jittery mess, incapable of sustained concentration. The fifth and final secret weapon is transforming from someone who studies vaguely into someone who executes specific missions with military precision. Instead of sitting down and saying, "I need to study math today," which gives your brain absolutely no clear direction or finish line, you must become surgically specific about exactly what you want to accomplish. Replace fuzzy intentions with laser-focused missions. I will master long division by solving 30 practice problems and understanding every step of the process by 4 p.m. today, or I will memorize the first 20 elements of the periodic table, along with their symbols and atomic numbers within the next 90 minutes. When you give your brain a crystal clear target and a definite deadline, something powerful happens. Your mind shifts into mission mode, where every thought and action becomes aligned toward achieving that specific objective. This clarity eliminates the mental fog and decision fatigue that wastes so much energy when you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing or when you'll be finished. Now here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. You're still going to get distracted sometimes. Your mind will still wander, and you'll occasionally find yourself thinking about weekend plans or what you're having for dinner. This is completely normal, and the key isn't to never get distracted, it's to notice when your attention drifts and gently guide it back to your studies without beating yourself up or getting frustrated. Every time you catch yourself getting distracted and consciously redirect your focus, you're literally strengthening the neural pathways responsible for sustained attention, building mental muscle that gets stronger with every rep. Think about why mastering deep focus is the ultimate competitive advantage in today's world. While everyone around you is scattered, distracted, and jumping from one shallow activity to another, you'll be developing the rare ability to go deep, to think clearly, and to accomplish meaningful work that actually matters. You're not just studying to pass tests or get good grades, you're developing a superpower that will serve you for the rest of your life in every career, relationship, and personal goal you pursue. Here's your mission. Future Focus Master. Build your distraction-proof fortress today. Implement the 50-to-17 rhythm, starting with your very next study session. Commit to the one target rule like your success depends on it. Fuel your brain like the precious resource it is. And set specific missions that excite and challenge you. You have everything you need to transform from someone who struggles with focus into someone who can concentrate like a laser beam and accomplish extraordinary things. The only question left is, are you ready to unlock your true potential and become the focused, successful person you were meant to be? Your future self is waiting, and the transformation starts right now.